Okay, okay, I got it to work. Finally, after some struggle, I managed to get it to work. Let me just make sure that QuickTime. Hopefully, that QuickTime thing doesn't just randomly pop up every now and then. Okay. Anyways, this was at the request of one of my friends. I guess. Um. Uh. Why is it not working? Okay, there we go. There we go. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna be drawing one of my friend's OCs. Nothing too special. Just delete this. No. Face. No! Okay. Clear. Uh oh. Oh no. What if I search. What if I do maximum? Unplug. Unplug it back in. I need to move these sodas. There we go. I hope it doesn't cut out. I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing like the freezing that usually happens on my streams. But yeah, this is the OC, and I'm just gonna be drawing it because why not? I need to get practice with drawing without freaking tracing. Mark this as a reference, and I can get drawing torso. No, what? That was not what I was trying to do. Okay. That is way too big of a brush. No. That looks like an hourglass. I'm. Looks a bit rough. But I thought my pencil died for a second. Wait, no. Hello? Wait, did it? Did my pencil seriously just die? Oh my god. Okay, let's try. No, be a good boy. There we go. Mm, maybe it wasn't the best idea to draw on caffeine. That looks a bit lopsided. You know what? I can just use the warp tool. See? But now this looks weird. Or I can just do that. There we go. Good. Good, that is done. Well, I mean, it still looks a bit weird. Okay. Come on. Distort. Distort to the rescue. Okay. Well, now I need to make the, thing. Here's going to be a bit of a challenge, but we'll deal with that later. Cross that bridge when it comes to it. Has this thing on it? No. I just realized, why is it like navy blue? Oh, that's why. Let me just go ahead and do that. No. That's not what I'm trying to do. Why is this not working? Why is color drop being bad? Is this... Wait, what if I try it now? That's still not working. Maybe it has something to do with the amount of lines there are. And I don't mean like... Maybe I should use a different brush. That's not what I was trying to make. Stop making arcs. No, that's not... Okay, let's see if... No. Why? If I delete that, nothing happened. Why is it just refusing? Everything is just against me now. What if I make a circle and color that? Just a sanity check. That didn't work either. If I turn the threshold down. Maybe it has something to do with the reference thing. Let me try that. No. That worked? Okay. Well, I found the cause of why it is doing that. Okay, well now I can color that. But first I need to do the outline of where this is supposed to go. And also show this back. it was fine anyway. Why is that not showing? Okay. Okay, well now I can color that. Why is that not showing again? Alright, now I can get the skin thing. I'll drop the chain later. Actually, I'm gonna get the lighter part. Because I can shade this part. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay. There's a small spot up there. Get out. This is my way of shading. It's not the best, but it gets the job done. And it still looks good, I guess. Gaussian blur, and then erase the excess. That's how I do it. It's a bit, there's probably a better way to do this, but this is what the method I use, and everyone's got their own preferences for like how they shade. I'm gonna blur that just a bit, and then get everything else around it. There's still a bit here. Let me clean that up. If it's not noticeable, then I won't bother. Nobody's gonna know. Okay. Well, I suppose I should add some highlights to this. Let me merge this. Hi, Riker. I am drawing Lennox. Come on. Okay. Just get that part up there. Maybe a bit sloppy shading, but it gets, if it's not noticeable, then I don't care. Okay, that should be good. I'll do the necklace later. I suppose I should move on to, I'm probably gonna mask this part right here. Color. No. I don't like. Why did I buy Procreate? I forgot the brush size that I used, but whatever. I just have to kind of mask over it. No one's really gonna know. I probably shouldn't have erased that. Nope. I did that on... I should have probably done that on a different layer. I can polish up the ends. There we go. Beautiful. And then I can kind of do that. Kind of mask it, but it'll still be kind of visible. Merge. Alright. Excelente. I don't know why it's like that. I think it's supposed to be like that. Once again, I'll polish up these parts. It's alright. Whatever. Okay. As long as nobody really notices, it should be fine. I'm gonna make a thin outline around it though, like I did for my Riker. This one, you can see there's a black outline here. It's only really for the most visible parts, though, so I'll call that good. Okay, now moving on to the head. Okay, shouldn't be too bad. It's, well, the head shape at least. Why did I do that layer? Okay. I'm trying to get rid of like some random thing that I see. It's not noticeable. It's. I don't even think there's. I don't even think it did anything. Okay. Let me get these stupid soda cans out of the way. And then once again, I'll use the same skin tone. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this away from the torso so I can layer them properly. I feel like it should be a bit more round than that. Honestly, it won't be noticeable, so I'll call that good. I'll stretch it out a bit. There we go, that's the head. I'll scale it up just, that is way too much. Now I'm going to do the outline. I forgot what size I used, but this should be around 2, I'd say. Yeah, that looks about it. That looks about right. Okay. And then a little bit of that. The outline, it'll also make like imperfections like the shape. it'll make it look a bit less deformed. So, plus. Okay. It's looking pretty good so far. Now I just want to do the eyes. I do want to... Actually, first I'm going to do the blush, because... Okay, let me just get a pinkish, reddish color. Desaturate a little bit. I'm going to use the soft brush for this. Okay. But I'll still Gaussian blur it and all that stuff. Because my style is kind of realism mixed with kind of cartoonish. I feel I'm gonna put some brightness on that. It looked a bit darker. That looks about right. I'm gonna adjust the opacity though to blend it a bit more. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's merge that down. And I'm also going to add the same shading down here on a separate layer. No, don't fall. Okay. Merge down. I'll call that good. I do want to do, yeah, I do want to do something different for the eyes. Because these are the same eyes I used for Riker. But I don't want to use the same eyes. Maybe I'll polish up maybe I'll use the same kind of concept, but make it a bit, like, deviate it slightly, just enough to where it looks fresh. It was like this, and then that, and then back to big again. That's it for that. I think it was shorter. There we go. I'm gonna squish that a bit. And then I am narrating like this is a Bob Ross thing. Okay, white, that looks a bit too small. And oh, wait. Once again, I'll just squish it a bit. And I need to move this down to be closer to where the blush is. It looks like about halfway down from it. And I think I missed, there was like a black outline in the, in Riker's eyes, but, you know, I'll probably... Maybe I should do this on a different layer and then blur it and then erase the excess stuff. Okay, I still have my shades of red. Boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom. And they're not perfect, but I'm gonna blur it anyway. Then still make it have a hard edge like that. Warp it to make it actually fit. And I'm also going to make a top half like this, because I think I missed that on Riker's eyes. I'm going to make that a bit more dark. Then the pupil. And I'm also going to make a slight extension here. Okay, that's finished. Excellent. I'm gonna just duplicate this and flip it. I did this on Riker and it worked fine. I'm gonna make sure it's still on center. Okay, I'm gonna go do the chain and then the hair. Okay. I did hair before. It looked kind of like this, but I mean it's not bad. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just it's kind of tedious. I'm gonna merge these down, but I'm not gonna combine them with the head. Okay, time for the chain. I'm gonna use white to make like a baseline. And then I'm gonna make the pattern here. What? What does that say though? Honestly, that doesn't look too good, but I guess I'll just blur it a little bit and then sharpen. I can also liquefy it. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. I'm also going to merge this and then make a shadow of it. Hue, saturation, brightness, then some blur, and then some opacity. There. It's not perfect, but it's there. You. Alright, time for the hair. I don't want to. Okay, I guess I'll just do it the same way I did it last time. Start off with the. I start off with the hair kind of like this. It honestly kind of looks like a basic haircut, like an afro or something, but I'll add more to it. Just decrease this brush size. That is a bit short. Oh. How am I gonna do hair? Okay. I've done it before, but that was for messy hair, and this is a different hairstyle. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna warp that, or use the liquify tool on that. Okay. Don't tell me this stream is gonna be like 3 hours and most of it is spent on the hair. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. I'm gonna erase that to make it. It's like a real haircut. And then kind of do that. I don't know. is actually kind of working, but let's see how long that lasts. I'm going to use the liquefy tool on that because I don't feel like fixing it. Actually, I don't think you can use the liquefy tool on that. That's probably not going to work. I'm trying to get a basic outline of how it works. This isn't going to be the final here. I mean, some parts of it will, but okay. And I'm going to make some hair things. Okay, I'm gonna use a different brush to kind of give it some texture. Which I'm going to use it for the this part. honestly, it looks fine at this point. Okay. Now, time for the eyebrows. This should be easy. I'm just going to merge them. Actually, I need to move them up first. Now I can merge them. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the arms. I'm also gonna merge down these. Okay. No. No. Okay. What is it now? Okay, I forgot to frickin' separate the layers. Okay. Now that should be it for the... I'm probably gonna shade this, hold on. What was I'm forgetting what I was gonna do. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's going to be a good highlight thing. Okay. Okay, what now? I'll do the legs and then the hat and stuff, or the horns and stuff. I'm gonna make these. I'm gonna do the white, actually. Okay. I can just kind of... Nope. No, no, no. Okay, that should be good. Why does it look so goofy? Mm, yeah. Well, I still need to do all the, this stuff. Okay, time for the... honestly do not care at this point. Why do they kind of look like deer antlers? Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna do the usual shading, and then I will be almost done. I just need to do the star thing and I'll be good. Doesn't matter anyway since I'm merging them together, so it doesn't matter if I do it all on the same layer. Not reference. Merge down. Honestly, wait. Copy, wait. Can I just paste it? Am I allowed to do that? Oh, well I can. Might as well. Whatever. You know, this is kind of just reskinned Riker, so I can probably do the same for this. Okay, I think I'm done. Yay. No, I just need... Thank you, Nancy. Okay, I can hide this. And I can crop it now. And now, proportion adjustments. Okay. Now I just need to... Okay. Now I can export the speed art video, and then I don't need to see the replay. I can just export the thing full length. share PNG. Okay. Okay, also I'm just gonna airdrop it to my computer, so go back here. Okay. Now it's done. I'm also going to airdrop the thing, the speed art video to my Mac. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it for today's stream, folks. Alright. I'll see you all hopefully soon. Alright. Bye-bye.